Hi, you're with Grannie Tannie today in the Book Nook, and we're looking at What's Happening to Me. Now, this is the little girl version. There also is a boy version, quite similar with gender-specific content. I will give a bit of a viewer discretion disclaimer on this. There is graphic content in this side of this book for girls appropriate of puberty age. I don't believe that it is pornographic in any nature, but just wanted to give that heads up just in case. This is a sensitive information guide for puberty for girls, tackling everything from body images to mood swings, hormones, hygiene, and first bras. It's bright cartoon style illustrations and clear specific diagrams. Makes it an informal guide explaining puberty in a friendly way. It explains both physical and emotional changes of growing up, while the contents and index pages make it easy to follow key topics. So just having a look inside the book today. If you want to pause quickly on the contents there, you can see the levels of topics that are discussed. But it starts at it growing up. Here's on to what time these girls can expect it, of course, being that the same age, maybe different stages. Talks about growth spurts and broadening our bits, muscle power and weight. Goes on to getting hairy, involving the pubic hairs and under your arms, legs, what it's all for. Discuss its growing breasts, all shapes and sizes, but how they'll work. Moving into the bra business, of course, how to measure it and the different types of bras. How does puberty start? So it talks about hormones, including the sex hormones and regular hormones from the pituitary gland. Also discusses the fact that both boys and girls do have hormones, so maybe we're not all that very different after all. It goes lightly into sex and how it works, regarding eggs, pregnancy myths, sex and feelings, and sex without babies. Again, if this is against your religious beliefs, you can discuss that with your female person at that time. What's going on inside of you, what we can't see on the inside, and how it all works, as well as what we can see on the outside and the nearby parts. It discusses why periods happen, how often and how long they last, and also maintenance of those, including using pads, using tampons, and the differences of them. How to cope with periods, including the pain, the PMS, things to be prepared about, relaxing in a bath. Also discuss feelings at this time with our friends, our parents, fancying people. It goes beyond that of just reproduction, discussing good food groups, healthy eating habits, hygiene, like our food and teeth, eating disorders, exercise, sleeping well, keeping clean. And from the neck up. So here we're talking about pimples. It does cover the basics of the boy body, just as the boy would cover the girls. About their squeaky voices, when to shave, size anxieties, and other embarrassments they'll go through. And problems to avoid, like drugs, safe sex, body imaging, bullying, and the right to say no. I find this book is fantastic for families to either act as a how-to guide for a female in your life who you may not want to have these discussions with. It can start as open the door to having these discussions, depending on your female and how they are with discussing things with you. Or it can just act as a resource to sit by their bedside that they can peek at as they need in order to get the information that they need or want if they're not someone who wants to discuss it. So whatever the purpose for it, I think it's a great informational book. Again, it's available for boys as well as girls. I happen to have the girls edition with me today. And again, this is Grannie Tannie from the Book Nook.